Good morning and welcome to the first show on FLW TV today. My name is George Harby and I'm joined by Billy Mully, and we're going to run you through the 6 nominees for the Football League World Fans League One Player of the Month Award for September. Billy, how are you doing today?
Yeah, doing very well, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. The weather's okay, but so can't really grumble. So 6 nominees for the League One Player of the Month Award for September. Make sure you have your vote over on footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards, and also leave your comments as well. Who deserves to win the award out of these 6 players? Let's get into our first one, moving over to the Northeast. Yes, so starting off at the Stadium of Light then, and Sunderland have started the season well, and one man who has been an unsung hero in the month of September, Billy, is Carl Winchester.
Yeah, definitely. As you say there, a bit of an unsung hero, centre midfield that's been trusted in the right back role at the moment. And I think the full-back position was, both sides were a big concern as the season started. I think Huggins came in as well, looks like a decent option, but having the experience of Winchester is something that's definitely going well at the moment. And it's not just a case of him filling that role. He's actually making goal-scoring contributions and assists as well, which is something that perhaps Lee Johnson wouldn't have sort of placed on his shoulders, but that's what he's added, and he's doing really well in that role. And I think the way it's going, it might continue, and he might cement that role for the remainder of the season if he can sort of put in those performances each week. The versatility is shown as well. It's not just this right back role that he can be trusted in. It's centre mid, even fill in left back as well if needed. So having a player like Winchester and the experience that he possesses is something that's very good for Sunderland right now. And the month of September was brilliant for them.
Absolutely. 2 goals and 1 assist from Winchester from right back in September. Goals against Accrington and Bolton, and assist against his former club Cheltenham. Sunderland fans, have your say. Is Carl Winchester your unsung hero, and does he deserve to win the Player of the Month award for September? Let's move over to Bolton then, and a man who can't seem to be stop getting nominated for awards is Dapper Off-a-Lion. Billy, what have you made of his month, and is he a deserved nominee for this award?
Definitely, yes. He deserves to be nominated for sure. Been really impressed with him because he's not just scoring goals. I know that's 6 for the season now, 3 in the month of September, but he's also sort of a source of creativity. It's not just his ability to do things in the final third. It's driving Bolton forward, driving the defences back, and sort of creating chances from there. That's been really impressive. And we sort of come to expect goals from him, but at the same time, he's providing, and that's all you can really ask for at the moment. And if it continues the way he is at the moment, then it would be no surprise to see the higher level teams come knocking in January and beyond, because he's getting to that sort of consistent sort of basis at the moment where you can come to expect that he's going to be putting in sort of 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 performances in each week. And it's certainly very exciting for Bolton fans at the moment, because he's showing no sort of signs of slowing down whatsoever.
Absolutely. We spoke off air about him as well. He's playing mainly in this left wing role as well. And when you've got someone of his pace and power coming in from the left-hand side, it makes for a really exciting player. Don't you agree?
Oh, 100%. Yes. Wing players do bring excitement, and this is exactly what he's bringing at the moment. And it's perhaps coming as a bit of a surprise, because in 21 games last year in the lower division in League Two, he scored once and assisted twice in 21 games. And now he's got himself in a position where he's scored 6 and assisted 2 in just 11. And that's in the higher level. So it's just showing how impressive he has been. And in a year that we keep on saying is an increasingly competitive division.
Exactly, yes. 3 goals in September for Off-a-Lion, a brace in the 5-2 win at Ipswich, a goal at Charlton, and even scored at the weekend against Shrewsbury as well. So he's in fine form and he's up for this award. Bolton fans, is that a right call? Moving over to another forward in fine form, and it's over to the south with Plymouth Argyle. Ryan Hardy, 4 goals in September for him, a brace and a 2-2 draw with Portsmouth, and goals against Wimbledon and Crewe. Again, also scored at the weekend as well. Billy, Hardy and Jeffcott, 2 real good players for Plymouth, who's really leading their promotion charge.
Definitely, and to me, going into the season, it seemed that the goal scoring responsibilities were going to be left on Jeffcott's shoulders, but it's been Hardy who has been very impressive and shown real composure in front of goal, shown a clinical nature, and he's sort of typifying what we're seeing from Plymouth at the moment. They've been exceptional, 3rd place, 2 points off the top. It's questions if they can sustain it, but it's the whole team's impressed, and they've beaten teams like Sheffield Wednesday and convincingly, and Hardy as well is sort of the top end of the pitch, scoring the goals and sort of sustaining those levels of performance. And as I said before, sort of the way that last season ended, you would have sort of expected Jeffcott to be gaining plaudits early this season, getting the chances to score, but it's Hardy, and it seems like it's going to continue because he's been presented with opportunities and he's taken them. And I think it emphasises Plymouth's achievements so far that we're talking about Hardy in a side that's full of talent, really. I look at that Plymouth team and I think they can do really, really well this season.
Absolutely. So we've had Winchester, Affeline and Hardy. Plymouth fans, Ryan Hardy, we'll be able to keep hold of him beyond January. If he keeps up this form, then he's surely going to attract interest from the higher leagues. Make sure to comment your thoughts on who should win this award, and also head over to footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards to have your vote. Moving on then to our 4th nominee, and it's Scott Twine from MK Dons. 4 goals and 1 assist in September, including a fantastic hat-trick against Fleetwood Town. Billy, he obviously did really well last season in League 2 and League 1 with Newport and Swindon. Were you surprised in the summer to see a player of his quality move to MK Dons when there was Championship clubs? I think Luton yourself were interested in him as well.
Yeah, I was very disappointed because I got myself in a sort of position where I was watching his videos from Swindon. I was thinking, what an acquisition this would be. But he goes to MK Dons, sort of fill in the void that Scott Fraser left. And whilst there was questions whether he could sort of step up because Fraser was obviously so influential last season, Twine has stepped in and has done more than that. It's sort of looking at his statistics from this month as you're presenting them there, 4 goals and assist, just shows that it's not just his ability to score from 25, 30 yards. It's also being so influential in terms of creating chances. And I think he can go a long way in his career. He's still very young. He's still learning the game. But what he's doing when he's on the ball is incredible at the moment. And as we've said before, this notion of a competitive division, he's sort of standing out amongst a division full of talent. I think as well with the goals he scored so far, the assists he's managed to claim, he'll be aiming for double figures on both in terms of goals and assists. And yeah, as I said before, the departure of Scott Fraser would have probably left MK Dons fans a little bit not negative going into the season, but sort of questioning where that creativity would have come from. And Twine's come in, answer those questions, and now it's the process of trying to keep him at the club, because I'm sure that interest will come in. Maybe if it's not January, it will probably be the summer again.
Absolutely, a worthy nominee. And Jonathan Harris has got in touch and said, phenomenal hat-trick to watch live against Fleetwood. It really was. I remember watching the highlights, and the free kick I think he scored in off the bar was really something. So yeah, Scott Twine is up for our award for the September Player of the Month. Just moving over to our final couple then, and we talk about unsung heroes, and we also talk about players scoring goals. But Tom Naylor for Wigan Athletic has started every single League 1 game this season for the Latics, and they managed to get 4 wins from 5 in September. Billy, again, an unsung hero who's really doing the dirty work for Wigan in what's a fantastic season so far for them.
Yeah, as you say, sort of going under the radar at the moment. Player that possesses a lot of quality, but he's also got that gritty side to him, helps win possession back. When he has the ball at his feet, he helps dominate possession, helps sort of progress his team, and he's really proven to be a heartbeat of that Wigan team at the moment. And I thought he was an excellent signing going into the season from Portsmouth, and I think Pompey fans may have been a little bit gutted to see him go to a divisional rival team that will be competing at the top end of the division. And that's exactly what's happened so far, and put together a strong working partnership with Jordan Cousins. And at the moment, those two are proven to be very, very handy together. And as you say, it's going sort of under the radar a bit, but if you have sort of that midfield duo operating like they are at the moment throughout the season, then could be successful Wigan at the end of the season. And I think what we've said there as well is that the whole notion of going under the radar, there's quite a lot of Wigan players that have been like that this season. You think of the back two of Watts and Watmore, that they've also been very, very good, and they might be a team that perhaps don't get the plaudits in terms of sort of individuals taking the spotlight. It might be sort of more of a collective thing this season at Wigan.
Absolutely. Tom Naylor was actually very close to going to Mansfield in the summer until his agent intervened and said, oh, you know what, we'll go to Wigan instead. So I bet they've absolutely buzzing about that. Keep your comments coming in, guys, and obviously get your votes over on our website as well. Michael says, Afolayan to win it for me. Serious baller who could be in the Prem the next few years, in my opinion. A very bold statement, but no, a worthy nominee for this award. And we'll move over to our final pick of the show. Yep. So our final nominee of the show and for the Player of the Month award is Macaulay Bonne from Ipswich Town. He scored 4 goals in September, including a brace and a 6-0 win against Doncaster, also scoring against Bolton and Lincoln, and he also scored against Accrington at the weekend. Billy, obviously Ipswich haven't really hit the ground running as much as everyone expected them to, but he's been I think it's 8 goals in 9 games. You know, he's been a saving grace for them, really.
Yeah, we spoke a lot about it being a summer of change and how quickly they could adapt to things. And I think at the moment they're still in sort of that transitional period. Some of the signings they've made haven't really hit the standards that they would have been expecting. But Bond's a player that you can't really class on that same bracket because he has been impressive, and he's not saving them at the moment because he's not that desperate. But he's definitely someone that's sort of holding them sort of above water in that respect. And I think his influence so far has been tracked by Warburton, who it appeared to be some talk about bringing him back to QPR a little bit early because of his form. And that's great credit to how brilliant he started, because if you think of the front three that QPR possess at the moment with Dykes, Austin, and obviously Andre Gray as well, to be considered to be brought back into that, it is quite something. And I think what we speak about a lot in these shows so far in terms of Ipswich is that when it clicks, it's gonna pretty much, they're going to be some force to stop. And if you have Bonne in that side, he'll continue to score. He'll continue to score lots of goals, and I think that was first displayed in their 6-0 win versus Doncaster. And once things click, I think those sort of score lines might not be too uncommon.
Exactly. Ipswich fans, get your comments in. Are you fearful that Macaulay Bonne may be recalled by QPR in January, and how big of a blow would that be? So there's our 6 nominees then. Carl Winchester, Dapo Afolayan, Ryan Hardy, Scott Twine, Tom Naylor and Macaulay Bonne. Make sure you get your votes over on footballleagueworld.co.uk/fan-awards and keep your comments coming in as we round off here. Billy, without putting you on the spot too much, if you're going to have a vote, then who's your vote going to?
I think I need 6 accounts at this point because there are some very worthy nominees there. But I think Afolayan, he's just involved with everything that Bolton put forward at the moment. And as one of the comments said, he definitely can hit the heights of the Premier League one day.
It's a tough one. It's a really interesting pick. We've got a good mix of, real unsung heroes and goal scorers. I think my vote would have to go to, I'll put myself on the spot here. I think Ryan Hardy's in fantastic form, and I think his goals have really helped Plymouth, rise up the table and real push for the playoffs under Ryan Lowe. But that brings an end anyway to our fan awards show for this morning. This afternoon, we've got 2 debate shows. I'll be back later on with Sam and Marcus to discuss our championship prediction table from pre-season. How are we faring, and do we look like idiots, or have we got most of it spot on? And at 20 to 5, we've also got another debate show. Billy's going to host that one with Toby and Chris. We're looking at the top 5 most underrated championship players. So make sure you tune into them. As always, thank you for your comments. Make sure you head over to the footballleagueworld.co.uk /fan-awards website to get your vote in. And until then, take care.